Hey.
Hey, we're back. How you
Yes, we
doing?
are back. I feel great. I feel good. We want to say welcome back to Definitely Not the One. We're so excited you tuned in with us. We hope
Yeah,
y'all doing good too. We hope.
really,
How are you?
me, I'm feeling the weather. Like, it's
Z.
slow. It's giving, when you're just going through the motion of things. I don't know if our audience feels that way, but we're like, just stop, stop, stop. I'm feeling that heavy.
It's winter and like snow. It's that season where you have to slow down, and sometimes you're forced to just sit still and you can't do like you want to. You can't go like you want to. And it kind of forces me to like chill a little
Slow
bit.
down.
Yeah. I'm not fond of it, but it's like I accept it. That's the season we are in. It's cold outside. So I'm just like keeping warm and, just take it easy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Me
anyway, I think
too.
timing, taught us to slow down. Let's take it, roll with it.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to do like a little post check with you. Where would you say you are currently on like a scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to your self discipline
Right now, right now,
right now,
this moment, I
real time?
I'm gonna be nice to myself. I think it's a 10 for right now
Wow, that's huge.
because I'm not talking to anyone. Like,
Not
actively,
doing the do.
I'm not pursuing, I'm not looking,
Okay.
I'm not in the streets.
That's a
No,
good place to be.
I mean, I have apps, but I'm not on them.
Okay.
So it's 10 for now.
Okay, okay. I respect that big time. I am not a 10. I will not lie. I'm definitely on like the self-discipline, practicing all of that stuff. But like if I had to score myself, I have tough times sometimes. So I have to be honest. And there's temptation too. So I would give myself a 7. I'm at a 7. I'm at a
So,
7, y'all. I'm at a
you
7.
know,
It's solid, but I aspire. I aspire to be a 10. Um,
no, no,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Uh,
I respect it. I
I'm
do.
by choice, yes, but if I had someone, girl, that number would be much.
Understand, which is why I have my 7. um, So I want to clarify for our audience because they may be a little bit confused. Like, what are y'all talking about? So today
Mhm.
we're talking about celibacy versus abstinence. So we're gonna clarify for you because I know some people like get them confused. They think it's the same thing. Sometimes they use this word, but really they mean this word, and you gotta be careful. So we're gonna talk about that, kind of dive in, and we're gonna talk about why people who are not necessarily religious are suddenly like jumping on the trend and practicing abstinence. So, Tori, you want to kind of take over and like explain what's the difference between the two? I can definitely like help out and like chime in, but help the
So,
people out. What's the difference?
celibacy, when you say celibate, means long term,
Yeah,
means forever, means
life.
what? Nobody is gonna see your cat, your hot dog, your whatever you call your cutesy parts. Nobody's seeing them.
It's a secret and you keeping it to yourself for sure. And often that's like spiritually motivated. Most of the time
Okay,
when someone is celibate, that is spiritually motivated. Not always, but most of the time, like 9 times out of 10. And
typically,
their goal is not to get married. It's not to, get in a relationship, and it's not to eventually have sex or engage in sexual activity. This is saying, I'm done, I'm good, I'm great, enjoy.
forever. Don't touch me. Don't
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah.
Don't.
So that's celibate.
That's
So
now
abstinence.
abstaining. Really, the criteria applies to the individual or whatever criteria that is. You want to be absent, no sex for a while. You don't want to have sex until you're in a relationship, or maybe you have trauma and you're like, no. How about we don't do that? How about not? Or sometimes it could mean until marriage.
Right. Yeah.
Really, whatever applies to you. At the end of the day, it's your body and you decide what to do with your body. So,
yeah. And so that was like temporary. It's voluntary and it's circumstantial. So it depends. There's various reasons why you may have made that choice to abstain or refrain from sex. A lot of times you will hear people decide to do that because they're waiting until marriage. I'm one of those people, but not always. Like you said, like Tori just shared, she's one of those people and it's not necessarily religious and she's just waiting until she feels good and in a relationship where she feels solid, where she feels supported, where she feels loved and appreciated and all those things. So her motivation is different, but we in the same boat.
we're in the same boat.
We in
I'm
the
not
same boat.
it hurts when
Girl,
I need, I miss.
the crave is real. The crave is real. And I will just kind of like, and I wouldn't say like expose, but like just kind of open up. Even before my recent like relationship, I was abstaining from sex. Since my last relationship, so before that, if we doing the math and we counting, Lord, let's not do that. I would say overall it was about like 4 years.
It's been a long time.
So it was a long time. And my motivation at the time was not necessarily waiting for marriage. I wasn't really like diving into, my spiritual relationship with God or anything at that time. I knew of him. Yes, I knew that it was the right thing to do, but that was not my motivation. I just wasn't interested. Yeah, I wasn't interested. And then sometimes there wasn't like opportunity, but even when there was opportunity and I was dating, I still was like solid on relationship. So my mindset was similar to Tori's at that time. I wanted a relationship and I wanted stability emotionally, all of that before sex came into play. But then after that, it changed and it became religious, became spiritual, became I'm waiting for marriage.
Your journey changed.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It is a journey of reflecting. It's discovering self. It's a lot of things. So for me, abstaining now is not the same reason it was in my 20s. You know what I mean? Like I used to tease and be like, oh yeah, I'm going through a dry spell and I'm not having sex for like 8 months. But now I'm serious and I'm like, no, I don't want nobody to have access to me.
Access is a good word.
Yes, access to my body, access to my spiritual, like not even spiritual, just my soul. Like it's one thing to put your hands on me and just access to me. Like I value me so much more now. I'm like, like it's more than just play. It's more than what can she do in the sheets. It's so much more than that.
It is.
Communication. I need trust. I need to be able to trust you because, anything can happen when you're intimate with a person. It's a lot of factors into that. And if we can't have a conversation, if something to this does happen, why are we even exchanging? Why? So like now I'm older and I'm 35 and play.
It's over.
It's
over. Yeah, I get that. And I support that. When I was listening to you talk, I heard like several things kind of come up. And I feel like one of the things that really resonated for me was you said access. And I translate that to like empowering yourself. You know what I mean? There's a difference. Yeah, empowering yourself. There's a difference between allowing anyone and everyone to access you, and I don't mean just sexually. And then there's like boundaries. And there's a time and a place and a standard that you have, and that is very empowering. So I think that kind of brings up the next portion of our conversation, where we talk about like the tradition of waiting. Is it about like purity, or is it more about power? And I feel like for you, based on what you just recently shared, it's more about the power aspect for you. And I think for me, it's a mix. It's definitely a power kind of element, but then also it's the purity too, because I do have a religious reason and motivation behind it. Because of my spiritual beliefs, I do believe that there's importance in valuing, waiting, keeping that sacred for your special person, your kingdom spouse, your forever person. And I recognize that, like, I'm not a virgin. I'm not a virgin, so I can't say that I kept it sacred for my entire life, but it's a decision to like say from here on, going forward, I want to honor that covenant. I want to make sure that I honor myself, and I want to honor my partner, and I want us to make this decision together where we say, yes, we are waiting. We want to make sure that we please our Father. You know what I mean? So there's a purity aspect for me too. It's like a mixture. It's both. Does that make sense?
Yes, I want to ride on to that, even though, like, relationship, whatever, boyfriend yet. But the we aspect is very important to me, because when you are on your friends with benefits, right? Whatever. When you're doing that,
You signed it right. Friends with benefits. Yeah.
yeah,
That's the acronym.
you're defined.
Yeah.
But when you're doing that, we is not always an aspect, because it becomes very one-sided. Sometimes it becomes
That's true.
very selfish. It's bam, wham, thank you, ma'am, I'm good. It becomes very much that. And then you're left with like feeling empty. And I
Yeah.
want to say the we aspect. I want to add to that. When you're intimate with someone, you don't. Yes, you exchange fluid, but it's not only that. You're
No.
exchanging energies. Yeah,
Energy and all of
absorbing all of
that. All of that. Like your spirits are becoming one, literally. Sex is not just a physical act, it's a spiritual act. Like
that.
it's everything, because you're holistic. So all of you becomes one with all of them. Y'all like this. Y'all
And
like this.
I've been intimate.
That's what's going on. We gotta be real, we gotta be raw, we gotta be honest. Like that's what's happening. You become
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
I've been with people who don't carry good energies, and you could feel how that draws into you.
You
You're not,
carry it with you.
you don't notice it like right away, no, but like eventually you're like, something feels off, like the feeling feels off, or you
Yeah.
feel like just empty,
Yeah.
and like when you have sex, typically, you're like, and the endorphins, like you're high, and
Mhm.
then you
That
crash
that
the
goes
truck,
away.
it
Yeah.
goes
After
away.
that, it's done. Yeah. All the
Yeah.
excitement goes away.
Then what's really important in the BDSM community is aftercare. Aftercare, meaning affection, checking in, communicating with your partner, making sure they're good. When you're with friends with benefits, that doesn't always happen. It's like, I'm good, okay, I'm gonna go. My Uber's here. And you feel very used, and you feel, or even if it's not that, you could hook up with someone and it's done, and then you're like, that's it. Like you feel
Feel
used.
taken advantage of. I've definitely felt that way before, in having sexual experiences with people, partner or no partner. Like you can be in a relationship and still feel taken advantage of.
Ooh,
You can be in a relationship or a marriage. Let's talk about it. And you can still feel empty. You can still feel like abandoned, or like you were taken advantage of. It doesn't
okay, yep.
necessarily mean that you won't. And what you were talking about, that energy aspect, that we call that like a soul tie. And you become connected deeply. And what they may be struggling with, feeling good, bad, positive, negative, whatever, that
Yeah,
like sticks to you. And then you're
so
walking around like trying to figure out what's up. Like, why am I struggling with sleep now? Why am I craving certain things? Why am I reacting certain ways? That's not
why
how
am
I
I
typically handle
like why am I
situations.
that?
Not even realizing that you kind of taken on that person,
Oh,
whatever
the
they're
mirror,
dealing with.
the
Yeah,
mirroring.
and vice versa, because they also take that from you too. It's an exchange. Like sex is not just, a fun thing to do. It is an exchange. Like you said, it's bodily fluids exchanged, but it's also other things exchanged too. It's very deep.
It's emotionally, tied. And I remember being with someone who confused me often, and I was confused. Oh,
Fuse. Oh, don't you hate that when you living in the
oh,
land of confusion? I can't. I can't. I
you
can't.
confused me. And then, like,
The
I remember,
mental
you know,
turmoil.
I remember, me and Tasia have been through it thick and thin. I remember I would ask the guy a question, and I'm confused. I mean, obviously, I'm having intimacy with you. I'm going to ask you. And then he would confuse me more. And I'll go back to Tasia and be like, God, am I crazy? And she's like, no, God, it's him. But you know what? I noticed if if you notice your friends are repeating the same things and they're like, hey girl, like, no, not that one. Most likely they mean not that one.
Yeah.
Because you deserve better at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
you have to be careful.
Especially if you're sharing your body. Like,
Yeah,
our body is it's so sacred. It's your temple. You live in it every day. You wake up, you eat, sleep, dream,
you
everything
are
in
one.
your body. You know what I mean? It's you. Your spirit it's within this body. So, just care for it a little bit more. And just
That's
be
how I feel.
mindful of who you're sharing it with. Yeah. It's
Don't get me wrong. I want the
yeah,
fancy. I
that's
want
human. Very human.
want the
Normal.
my man. I want I want that.
Yeah.
I also want him to. I want him to respect me too, because when you respect me, I promise the intimacy 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Well,
10 out of
that ties to emotional too. Like you have that
yes,
emotional connection, intimacy. You have, the intellectual intimacy. You have the
yes.
mental intimacy. You have the physical. Physical is not just sex. It's the hand holding, the
It,
kissing. It's all of that. It doesn't have to be sexual just for it to be physical intimacy. But all of the different intimacies come together and it adds to that sexual
it's
intimacy.
a
So it's a
flavor.
beautiful thing. Yeah, yeah. Put that seasoning on it. You know what I'm saying? Salt Bay. Give it to them. You know what I mean? Eat it up. Yeah,
And I
100%.
think that's honestly what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for someone I trust. I mean, hey,
And I
hey,
understand that. I get that.
hey.
But let's be real. While you're waiting, that no, we not doing that. It's not
Ooh,
play time. It's lonely. It
it
can be
is.
very, very lonely. And trust me, I know, like, from waiting for extended periods of time, it's a very lonely space to be in. You crave attention, you crave touch. You are a human
Yeah.
being at the end of the day. And that's where discipline comes in.
Let me put you on.
Yeah.
So y'all know my second degree is human sexuality.
Yes.
And I
Tell the
learned a new
people.
word. I learned a new word. Well, it's two different ways to phrase the same word. Skin hunger and
Mm,
deprived.
deprivation.
Deprived. Whatever you guys sign for that. So touch deprived. So
Yeah.
that means like you're craving that touch. You need that touch. You want that touch. And touch doesn't always mean intimacy. It mean holding hands. It could mean hug. It could mean like what I mean, kissing
Yeah.
and little cutesy kisses and
Kiss on the forehead.
the gentle things.
Yeah.
And yes, of course, sex at the end of the day, yes, that too. But being like touch deprived is a very real thing. And when you're saying no, it's like, but I miss all those things.
Girl, it be testing your gangster.
Oh,
It be testing your gangster. I be like, Lord, why?
why? Why does he smell so good? Why? Why did he have to walk past me with that Old Spice? You know what? Just let me smell like the Old Spice. Just let me.
Yes, yes. I think it intensifies because you are not like participating or you're not like, doing anything. Any little thing, the smell, the touch, the presence, it like intensifies it. Trust me, that's where I am. That's why I said it's seven because it's like my body doing the right thing, but my mind, child, my mind ain't doing. My mind is not doing the right thing. Sometimes I have to go back. I have to go back. I have to grab me like, Lord, forgive me, because I know I was lusted. I was doing the wrong thing. I was thinking some things. So like, help me. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Help.
And when you know that you're standing firm on, no, babe.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
I don't know. Maybe. But then I'm reminded, I'm like, nah.
give me like a moment. I need to get through this moment. You just put me through.
And sometimes you got to flee. I'm so serious. Sometimes you gotta go. You gotta be like, you know what?
No,
Love you, bye. You gotta go. You gotta go. Like you know,
speed is not
vacation. You can't be staying around. You know, like don't set yourself up for failure. I guess is the lesson there. Like when you know that you're tempted, or you know you're having the thoughts, the feelings, the whatever. And it's like, okay, know your limit. No, you can't be in that space anymore. No, you can't do, you know, certain things. You can't kiss or you can't touch or you can't like you gotta know your limits and don't like push your boundaries because you may lose.
you want to oops and play fire. Oh,
Don't do that. Don't
more
do
fire,
that.
fire
Don't do
burn.
that. Stay strong. You know what I mean? Stay encouraged.
I be my own bad. Like I've been like, damn girl, he looks so good.
No, he do though. But how? I guess the question now becomes like you specifically. How do you navigate like digital dating that world? Because it's built on like instant gratification and you know look up culture. Honestly, that's what it's kind of evolved into. How do you do that and keep your no firm? Like, how do you
Yeah.
navigate that?
For me, I'm like straight up. I'm not
Okay.
gonna do no false advertisement. I'm not doing anything until I'm your girlfriend or until I'm somebody's girlfriend. I'm not doing nothing. Nothing.
So you let them know up front.
Yeah, because I had someone say, I have a surprise for you. And I'm like, are you asking me out on a date? Because I thought that's what it was. And he says, no, I want to give you, beefcake, not cake. And I said, I don't want beefcake. I don't
Send it
want,
back. Send it back.
I said, I don't want beefcake.
Where's the refund? We don't want that. I don't want that. I didn't even buy it. I didn't ask for it.
I don't
Why are
want
you
beefcake.
asking that?
I said, I haven't, and I told him, like, right away, I said, I haven't used my own kitty cat in a very long time. And in a long time.
I'm
So
not about to waste it on you. You're
yeah,
not even deserving.
I'm not gonna give you my
Girl. I
you
just
be
feel like the ego, I'm not gonna lie, the ego I have on me sometimes is like, you're not even deserving. Like in the past, I'll be like, peace out for real. I know I made some questionable decisions before, but like, be so for real.
bees. It's serious. Now don't get me wrong, nothing's wrong with flirting. It's consensual.
Shaming, you know, or
No,
anything like that. We hope it's not coming off that way. We're not shaming or putting down anyone who has different beliefs or goals or interests. We glad that you joining on the conversation. Maybe you'll take something from it. But yeah, no shame. No shame.
There's nothing wrong with flirting. I love a good flirting session. And I have my little friends I can like flirt with.
Okay, that's cute. That's
Uh-huh.
cute.
But
That's cute.
they know I'm
That's
not
it.
going to that.
Yeah.
And they're good with that.
Good.
I love that. You
Yeah.
fill my tank. Sometimes I need a little bit of a dose of flirting. I'm good on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no shame on that, and no shade on the people who are still doing one night stands, hookup. No
Be
shame on
careful. Be very, very careful. That's the only thing I would throw out there. Just be very careful because it's dirty out there. It's dirty out there.
always. And my one tip: always communicate with whoever you plan to be intimate with. Over communicate. Ask
And protect yourself. Don't leave that protection in someone else's hands. Make sure you always protect yourself, no matter what.
I think the one advice I wish I gave myself in my 20s, or someone gave me: over communicate, ask all the questions, be annoying. I don't care if you're annoying, because if you're gonna have access to my body, I gotta know like who you with, who you doing that with. Are you protected with them? Are you this, and this? Ask all the questions. Over communicate, because I should feel safe in the space that I'm sharing with you. My body, I'm sharing that with you, and
Yeah.
it becomes a we. So we need to know what we is doing. And I didn't register that in my 20s, but I definitely register it right now. So
That's
yeah,
good.
no
That's
shame.
good. No, I love that. I love that. I think it's good to take that, that power and kind of set that stage and know, like, yes, I'm going to ask all the questions, but also on the flip side of that, keep in mind that person may not be honest with you.
Oh
They
yeah.
may not be transparent with you. You can ask all the questions you want, but that doesn't mean you're going to get the truth. So that's why I'm like, ask the questions, communicate, but also protect yourself always, because people are not always honest. People don't always tell the truth. People are not always, forthcoming. Sometimes people hide things, or they stretch the truth, or just it can be a little bit deceiving out here sometimes. And when it comes to that, like, it's risky. Sex is a risk at the end of the day, whether you're in a relationship or not. Like, I mean, know your partner, obviously, but it's risky.
I
It's
mean,
risky.
there are something, and no shame, no shade. There's something that people keep to themselves because they feel ashamed,
Right?
or whatever the reason may be.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like, if you can't share everything to know to keep
We
me
having
safe,
sex with each other. And mic drop. You said it.
yeah, I've asked questions and then they snap. I should take that back. So looking back, I should have been like, "Oh, red flag, you snap." Yeah, I'm definitely not the one.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Definitely not the one. Yeah.
Just take, like Tasia said, and what
Yeah.
they say with a grain of salt.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
don't leave. I think it's important for us to be the agent of our own lives and our decisions so that we can own them. And so when you do decide to do something, just know that you have the autonomy, which basically means you have full control over what you do and you don't do. You know what I mean? And when it comes to sex, like, ask the questions, communicate, and also make the decision to protect yourself no matter what they doing. We don't care what they doing. We care about what we doing. Right? So I love that. I think that's important to just kind of emphasize that and just throw that out there. I want to say that for this, it's reframing. It's
Yeah.
reframing. I know a lot of times people look at abstinence as what they're losing. I'm losing out on fun. I'm losing out on sex. I'm losing out on the enjoyment and the pleasure. I'm losing. And it's like, but what are you gaining? You are gaining so many things too. You're protecting. You are setting up a boundary. Like you said earlier, access. You are being mindful of who is accessing you. You are being careful. You're being smart. You know what I mean? And you're listening to yourself. You're listening to your
That
body,
one.
your needs, what you want, what you don't want. You're listening to you and you're making decision for yourself. You're taking that power back. You know, a lot of times people don't always engage in sex for the right reasons. Sometimes we have sex for the wrong reasons. We want attention. We want to fill a void. We
Boy,
want to fill a void. We're looking for love. Love in
in
the
the
right time.
wrong
Love
places.
in the wrong places. And like you said earlier, sex is just, it's a temporary thing. When you lay down, cool, you lay down. But when you get up, what are you left with?
Mm,
What do you walk away with? How do you feel after you've done that? That is what you need to be listening to. That's what you need to be paying attention to. And
yeah,
that feeling of, feeling taken advantage of, feeling like wanting more but not getting what I really needed, I realized, oh, I'm using
well,
sex for the wrong reason. I don't need to be engaging in this because this is not what I'm actually looking. What I'm actually looking for is love and acceptance and care. All of the
yeah,
things, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for something deeper. I'm looking for commitment, and I mean the lifelong one. So that's why it's marriage for me. And once I was able to sit down and really like assess that and figure it out for myself, that's what led me to my decision. Okay, now I know what I really want, what I
yeah,
really need. I realized I'm looking for it in the wrong places. And I
mm,
need to give that to like my heavenly father, and I need to just wait. I need to wait.
wait. Tisha brought up a big word. It's not even a big word, care.
Yeah.
Someone gotta care about you. Someone's got to value you. I mean that, like,
Yeah.
I understand the feeling of FOMO and missing out on things, But really, when you're with the right, or just the person you trust, like now, I'm gonna give you some last before we like wrap up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you some big sister advice, okay?
Yes. Because we are not aunties yet.
I'm gonna give you some big sister advice.
Yes.
Your girl was outside, okay? But I'm gonna say this. Intimacy was fun when I was able to communicate with who I'm intimate with. When I was able to do this, and this. When I was able to receive aftercare. When I was able to feel not empty after. That
Mm-hmm.
is more fun than the fun. Because fun is a temporary. It's like a match you like and it goes away.
Yeah. That's
If
a
you have some,
good metaphor.
if you have
Yeah.
some, it changes everything.
Mm.
When you're intimate with a person you can talk to. That's my big sister advice. Someone you can talk
I think what you were kind of touching on is security.
to. Mm,
Security, feeling safe, having someone that you don't just do the do with, but you feel safe with, that you know is gonna handle you with care.
mm,
That part. And I agree. That's another thing that was like missing for me, that security. I needed that too. And
she
so
really,
I love that. I love that. I think that was a great place for us to kind of leave it. We want to make sure that we hear from the audience too. Feel free to chime in, share your thoughts. Are you on the journey of celibacy? Are you on the journey of abstinence? Are you on the journey of fun? Where are you? Where are you on your discipline scale? 1 through 10. Where do you think you land? You know what I mean?
or are you thinking of joining either one?
Ooh, I love that too. I love that too. And if so, let us know. We would love to hear from you. And let us know if you want to continue having a conversation
We
about this or around this. There's still some things to unpack. We didn't completely touch on everything.
No.
So, we got a little bit of homework before we leave.
Girlies. So we're gonna put
So the homework, we want to identify one area. Doesn't have to be sex, but where do you want to practice your holy no, your strong no this week? Where do you want to stay firm on your no? It could be
Mhm.
sex. Doesn't have to be. Just kind of look, think about, consider like what's going on in your life and where is one area where you can do better and maybe start to practice now. That's
Mm,
your homework. So let us know what you're thinking. We would love to hear. If I could answer real fast, I think my holy no this week will be sweets, desserts. I'm continuing with my 42-day challenge for
okay.
gut health. I'm continuing, and it's becoming harder to like
That's
turn down the sweets. And so this week, because last week I was in the store like drooling, so it's getting hard. So this week is a serious continuing to stay strong and practice my holy no, strong no for sweets. What about you?
yes. I think for me this week, I don't want to feel guilty or obligated to doing something I don't feel safe to do, like
Ooh,
driving in the snow.
ooh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
because I don't
good.
want to feel obligated. If I really feel I need to learn to trust my intuition says, no, don't do that. I need
Yeah.
to listen. Need to
I like
listen.
that. I like that. And I feel like that's a very real practical like example. Sometimes we do feel obligated for like work or family or friends or whatever we have to do, and it's hard to say no. So I like that a lot. Kudos to you.
I'm
Okay.
spinning.
I love it. Okay, one last thing before we let you go. I want to do like a short little prayer, nothing too deep. So we just want to say, Father, thank you so much for the opportunity to talk with our friends, our online audience, our fans. Thank you for our platform. Thank you for our voices. Help us to continue to uplift them and amplify voices that are sometimes oppressed and not often heard. Thank you for giving us the experience so that we could share, we could talk about it freely. Help us to filter our messages and make sure that we're sharing things that are positive, helpful, enlightening for the people that are watching us. Continue to bless our efforts. And again, thank you so much for everything that you've been doing for us and what you're going to do going forward. Amen.
Amen.
Bye.